David's journey started in the most raw and vulnerable way imaginable. In a deeply personal video, he did something no one expected. He opened up about feeling unattractive.
So first of all, this is my microphone. It's quite broken, and I've been drinking a lot of this right now, so I'm sort of drunk and I'm feeling really down.
And it wasn't just about how he looked. His emotions were laid bare, and the internet was about to witness something real. The video, which David never thought would go anywhere, exploded. Within days, it had over 23 million views, a level of exposure most YouTubers only dream of. But it wasn't the views that shocked him. It was the flood of comments. Fans who didn't even know David were calling him the most real person they'd ever seen. Others praised him for being brave enough to show his true self. The sincerity of David's vulnerability resonated deeply, with one comment capturing what so many were feeling. "This is the most real video I've ever seen. You're so brave for revealing your insecurities so others won't feel alone." But in the middle of all this support, one comment stood out, and it hit David hard. It read, "It's hard to face your problems when your problem is your face." That line lingered in his mind, a painful reminder that his own worst critic was still himself. But it wasn't just his looks that were eating away at him. David had been carrying years of emotional baggage that no one knew about. The unseen struggles, why David felt like the ugly guy. In the video, David didn't just talk about his jawline or loose skin. He described how he had never felt good enough in his own skin.
My teeth are fucked up and I'm pushing forward my jaw all the time. I have extremely much loose skin. This is nothing I can do anything about. I've been checking this a lot. I have so much loose skin, it makes me look terrible.
His words cut deep. "My jaw's messed up. I've got a huge forehead, my eyebrows, everything's wrong. I've never had anyone tell me I look good."
I have so much loose skin, it makes me look terrible. I have a big forehead and my hair is making me look really good, but if you would take away the hair, like, I got pretty bad posture, I have a really big bulky nose, and my lower lip.
The way he described his physical insecurities was heartbreaking. David wasn't just talking about his appearance. He was talking about how these imperfections had shaped his identity for years. But it wasn't just his looks that had left him scarred. In a candid moment, David spoke about his toxic 7-year relationship with a woman who constantly made him feel small. "She called me ugly, never showed me love, treated me like I didn't exist. For the first 6 months, she didn't even want to be in a real relationship. It wasn't a relationship. It was just me trying to be someone I wasn't for someone who didn't care about me."
When I was 15, I realized that I wanted to have love in my life. I was 15 years when I realized I wanted that. And like,
as David shared this, you could feel the pain in his voice. It was clear that this relationship had left deep emotional scars. His sense of worth had been shattered over and over again. This wasn't just about broken trust or unkind words. It was about feeling unseen, unworthy, and unloved.
the amount of people that rejected me is astonishing. It's unexplainable. I remember I was 15, I went to school, I was socially inactive, I was a bit overweight. That's where all this comes from, because I was a little bit on the overweight side. So I was a bit heavier, not much heavier, but I was heavier.
Despite everything, David wasn't just sharing his story to gain sympathy. He was using his pain to connect with others who might be feeling the same way. His fans praised him for his courage to face such a painful chapter in his life. The turning point from hiding behind the screen to finding his tribe. In the aftermath of his viral video, David's life started changing in ways he couldn't have predicted. His YouTube subscriber count skyrocketed, and he found himself gaining a following not just because of his looks or his videos, but because of who he was as a person. Viewers were drawn to the authenticity he brought to the table. His content wasn't polished or scripted, it was raw and real. And the more David shared, the more his fans fell in love with him. One of the most moving videos David shared was a heartfelt message to his mother. "She's the reason I'm here today," David said, teary-eyed. "She always believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. She's my biggest supporter." His words hit home with so many viewers who had lost hope in themselves, yet still had someone like David's mom who believed in them, even when they didn't believe in themselves. But despite the growth and positivity surrounding his channel, something was still missing in David's life. The struggles he faced in the world of dating were constant reminders that his worth was still largely tied to his physical appearance. "I've been trying to make this video for months," David confessed in another video, "but I still haven't figured out dating. It's hard. It's still about looks, and I've been trying so hard to change mine, but it doesn't work." The life-changing comment, the moment David's world changed forever. David didn't know it, but one single comment would change everything. Amid the hundreds of messages of encouragement, there was one that stood out above the rest. "I actually think you're kind of cute, to be honest." At first, David thought it was a joke, but as he read the message over and over, something inside him began to stir. It was a simple comment, but it was one that would set his life on an entirely different path. And the woman behind it, Julie, was about to change David's world forever. Within weeks, David and Julie started connecting online, and soon after, they were inseparable. Their chemistry was undeniable, and David couldn't believe how accepted and loved he felt for the first time in years. His doubts and insecurities began to fade as he built a connection with someone who saw him for who he truly was. Not his appearance, not his past, but his soul. A little over a year after that life-altering comment, David and Julie did something that left fans in complete awe. They got married. The wedding video was emotional, beautiful, and filled with so much love that fans were left in tears. But there was even more to the story. As if things couldn't get more magical, David had one more surprise for his fans. "We're having a baby. It's a girl." In the midst of his success, his personal journey of healing,
Just stay like temporarily because there were times when we will be like sleeping here,
Yeah,
with the baby.
I'm gonna take turns and stuff, and for once in our damn life, my bad sleep schedule is gonna come useful.
Yeah, this is some stuff that arrived today.
Yeah, some of the things we got so far.
and his blossoming relationship with Julie, David's daughter Stella, was the final piece of the puzzle that made this story complete. David's journey from battling insecurities to finding love and to starting a family became an inspirational story of resilience, vulnerability, and love.